GamerChick here with another tutorial. In this one, I'm going to show you how to modify your Dead Island Riptide files to make sure your FOV is set the way you want, and also give you some extra little slots, and maybe even some other stuff I might go over. Okay, so first things first. What you need to do is go to your hard drive, wherever that is, find your program files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Dead Island Riptide, and Dead Island folder. Now once you're in there, you'll see all these little pack files. What you need to do is make sure you have something like WinRAR or 7-zip, and make sure you go to Data 0. That is where your files will be. I'm just going to warn you right now, do not mess with any of the files that say DLL on them. That will mess up your game and probably get you VAC banned if VAC wants to work. So go back to your data file there. And where was I? Oh yes. Go to your skills folder. This is for FOV and for your character stats. Go to skills and go to the file that says default levels.xml. Now what you need to do is extract it to a specified folder. Now that folder is in your documents. It is libraries, documents, Riptide, and you in out. Now once you're in out, you'll want to create a data file, which I've already created. Go in there, make sure you have a skills folder, and put your file in here like I've already done. Okay, so once you have that in there, go to your default levels. Now you'll need to open this with Notepad. And you'll notice there's all these little things, and you can try messing around with them, but you might mess some stuff up. So if you're not really sure, you might want to create a backup one. In this case, I already know what I'm doing, because you can do basically the exact same thing on the first one as you do in this one. So let's see here. Instead of scrolling down, what I like to do is press Control F, type in FOV, find next, and there you go. Now this part is for your camera's field of view. You can change it to basically any number you want. Most of the time, the default level will be 62.5, just change that to like 82.5, anywhere from that to about 95 will be good for Dead Island. Okay, so once you have that number put in there and you're all happy with it, just make sure you save the file, which I already did. Hit escape, not save, blah blah blah. Now, on your default levels, there's a lot of stuff that the game might mess up, so what I like to do is go to Properties and make sure that Read Only is checked. This means that, well, the game can't modify the files. Okay, so the next thing on our list is changing the amount of slots you have for your character. Now, this is an easy thing to do, especially if you're a hoarder like me. I like picking up everything, so, you know, I can sell it later or whatever. So I go to Data 0, like we did before, to Data. Stupid WinRAR. Go to Skills again, and pick whatever character you're playing as. Now, what you're going to do is select this first one. I think it's the first one on all of them, I'm not really sure, but just make sure it is the top one right here. Whatever one is the smallest, I think is the one. So you just do that, extract it to the specified folder, and it will be the same folder as the one you put your FOV files in. Okay, so once you have your file in here for whatever character you are, go back and open it up with Notepad, and you will see that this thing has a ton of shit. So basically all these is like your max health per level, your XP to your next level, blah blah blah. But what we're going to do is go here and look on ID number 1. Now it will show you all these things, max health at the start, max slots at the start. Now max slots at the start is only 12, so what I like to do is put 20. Now I'm pretty sure you can put any number you want, but if I remember correctly on Dead Island 1, like after about, I had, I don't know, like 28 slots or something, some of my items started to disappear mysteriously, so like I would keep it only maybe 4 or 5 things like above whatever you already have. So make sure that's saved, and again, make sure that this one is also read only, and hit OK. Okay, so for the next thing you might want to do is tone down the motion blur a little bit. Now, you can't completely get rid of it, as far as I know. You can't do it on the other one either, but I guess this is the next best thing. I think I did this on the other one as well. Now, the files you need to look for are varlistblur.scr. Extract that to the specified folder, and as before, it is in the Dead Island output folder thingamajig in your documents. Go to data, and you will want to create a file called scripts. Wait, no, this is... what the heck? Never mind. Okay, I guess I was looking at the other one right now. Yeah, I always get myself confused. Anyways, go to your Riptide folder, go to your... wait, why am I... oh, yeah, never mind. Make sure your data file is always in your output file, or this won't work. Wow. It's 11 o'clock. Screw it. Okay, so, anyways, go to your data, go to your scripts, make sure that's in there, copy this, copy, blah blah, paste, blah blah. Hit OK. So make sure that one is in there. Now the next one you'll need is varlist blur camera motion, which is right here. Whoop-de-doo. Do the same thing, extract the specified folder, blah blah blah. Out data scripts. Okay. Go to blur motion. Go to extract and blah blah blah. Go to your scripts again. And the same thing with your blur radial. Okay, so now that all these are in the correct file, which is Riptide, not Dead Island if you have the first, but you might also want to, do this to the first. Click on this, and you will notice, blah blah, it cannot open. So what you need to do is open up another instance of Notepad and edit it through this. Now I'm going to drag and drop this in here, and all these things you will notice have all zeros except for these three. Just change these guys to 0. 0, 0. And basically that's what you're going to do for all of these. Make sure you hit save, hit X. Go here, go to properties and read only, hit OK. Go to your blur camera motion, open up another thing of Notepad, or just leave Notepad open, it doesn't really matter. Go here, make sure these are also set to 0. 0. 0. File save. Read only. Basically just do the same thing until all of these are done. Oh, actually no, I gotta show you how to do these so you don't mess these up either. Go here, Notepad, blah. Oh, that one's already 0, whatever. Make sure it's read only. Go here, go to Notepad, go there, and oh, yep, nope, these are all messed up, so change all these to 0.0. Save, do. Okay, so another really cool thing that you can do for your settings in Dead Island is mess around with your advanced video options. Now, what you need to do is go to Riptide folder, out, and settings, and you'll see these two folders, one's for audio and one's for video. In this one case, we're going to do video. Just make sure you open that up in Notepad the exact same way as we did it in the other one. Now, I'm going to use my former Dead Island folder, not folder, but file from the old Dead Island to explain what all this stuff does. So, basically, all these things control your graphics settings in-game. Now, the game has some control over them, but unfortunately it's basically a console port, so it really doesn't have what you need for PC. Now, let's see here. Where should I start? Oh yes, resolution. Very simple. That is your resolution of your monitor. Make sure that matches whatever you have, unless you want to make it have a less resolution for whatever reason. BPP should be the same. Now FSAA, if you notice on this one, I changed that to 32. Then FSAA for the anti-aliasing full screen, it should be 2468 or 16. In this case, I'm going to set this one as 4. I'm going to hit save, and let's see here. Next thing on our list is texture quality is high, and yep, bits high. Anisotropic trilinear, you should put it as that. Shadow should also be on high. Now, shadow map size really depends on your graphics card. In this case, I have a pretty good one, so I'm going to set that as, let's see here, 2048. 2048. Now, you can set it as high as 4096 if you have the correct graphics card, but I heard a lot of people do have problems with that, actually crashing the game completely, so I would just really leave those ones alone. Next thing on the list is light maps, blah blah blah. Really, you should just ignore this stuff, except for max refresh. Now, max refresh is the refresh rate of your monitor, so if it's 120 Hz, set that as 120. Another thing you should look at is the FX qualities. The lower the number, the better. So I've already set all of these to 0. Save as, save. Now, the next thing is shadow maps, or shader pass. Shader pass should probably be 4, because I have it on this one as 4, so I'm just going to leave that one as 4, and it looked pretty good, so I'm going to set that as 4. File, save. Now, once you have all these saved, go back here. Make sure that is in there. Save. Okay. So it should say whatever date you modified it on. And go back to properties and read only, because this one definitely needs a read only, because if you try changing the stuff in game, it'll revert all the settings and you don't want that to happen, so hit apply. And that is pretty much it for Dead Island. I will show you what the game looks like right now. As you can tell on this one, well, Fraps is kind of slowing my computer down a little bit, but, you know, the game really looks about, I'd say, twice as good as it did before. You know, the FOV is out, you know, the graphics quality is just so much better. I don't know why the devs didn't put these options in on the main menu, but what can you do? Anyways, hope you guys liked my tutorial, and just give me a like or a sub, and I'll keep on making stuff like this.